All right, hello everyone. It's your girl Jynnette the Oracle, and I am here to deliver to you the September forecast for the sign of Taurus. So for those of you who in particular have a Taurus rising, but also Taurus sun, moon, or north node, this is going to be for you. If you know how to hack your natal chart, you can also look at other planetary placements as well for additional messages. But I'll leave that up to you, right? Some quick announcements. The enrollment is open for the fall semester of the Lightworker Academy. I have 4 courses to choose from: the Working with Angels course, Divination through Tarot, Astrological Soul of Your Business, and Astrology 1-on-1. All of them are going to be given out either weekly or bi-weekly as recorded videos, and all of them except for the Angels course are an hour of video. I'm still building out the Angels course because that is a newer course for me. I have the meditations actually already done, but I'm trying to figure out if I want to do video or type of explanation. So we'll see. But I will have that done by the time classes start. So the enrollment will be finishing September 21st, and then the classes will start being emailed out regularly starting on autumn equinox, September 23rd. So be on the lookout for that. You can check the description box below for all the links for each individual class. That way you can check out what is going to be covered in each, how much they cost, and information to reach out to me in order to sign up. So please do. I look forward to seeing you. And then for those of you who are curious about the Lightworker Incubator, those only run half years. So January and July, at least for right now, unless Spirit directs me otherwise. So for the upcoming January session, I'll be opening up enrollment and applications sometime in October. So stay tuned because, that's coming up literally in just a couple weeks. All right. And I will be closing enrollment for that earlier than I normally do, like the first part of December. I won't have it go all the way to the end of December just to give me time to get everybody set up without being bogged down by the holidays. So anyway, please subscribe to the channel. Please like the video, comment if you like as well. And if you're not already signed up on my newsletter, please go to my website, andersonalchemy.com, and sign up there. All right, my dear, beautiful Taurians, I'm actually going to pull a card from the Wisdom of the Hidden Realms Oracle deck by Colette Baron Reed. This is a newer deck I just got from a friend of mine. So let's see what the initial grounding message is for my beautiful Taurians, who I'm sure are loving the fact that we're back in Earth energy right now, right? Even though it's not necessarily your sign, but ooh, you got the Chess Queen. Chess Queen, okay. And that's trust and strategizing are the key words. Okay, so I only read these in the upright, so I'll be giving you the positive interpretation of the card. The Chess Queen has all the tools you need to aid you in your quest for a life of purpose, peace, and prosperity. When she arrives as your ally, you're given the task of asking Spirit for a vision of your life. Ask also to know the right decisions to ensure your part in this process of unfolding. Then, with a sense of trust, allow the strategy to be given unto you by the divine. Are your own goals and desires in alignment with the divine plan for your life? This is a reminder that there is your plan, and then there is the divine plan for your life. When you're in alignment with the latter, all manner of messages are delivered to aid you in taking the next right action for your life. The Chess Queen says that you will win this game as long as you let Spirit choose your moves. Follow your bliss and the inspired messages delivered by your soul. You cannot lose when you enter the realm of the Chess Queen, and she appears your ally. So this card actually came up in the August 29th Oracle Talks. So there may actually, I mean, there was messages for everybody in that one. It was another longer session that came through, as well as a healing transmission from Jupiter. So if for some reason you have not watched that Oracle Talks, I would recommend going back and watching, because there is maybe even deeper messages that you need to pay attention to with that. And again, that was the August 29th. So the title would be New Mars Cycle Channeled Reading is the title. Okay, but it's basically the last August one before we get to September, because that's what we're doing now. Okay, so Taurus, your grounding energy from the cards is the Justice card. And of course, Justice is Libra, and Libra is ruled by Venus. So we do have this Venusian energy here, which is a ruler for you as well. So that's really nice. And we will be, of course, entering into Libra season with the sun at the end of the month. And of course, Venus will also be transitioning and coming home into Libra this month as well. So it's not just Libra, it is definitely Venus that's coming through and grounding here for you. Now, Aries also got Venus energy. They actually got the Empress card for their grounding energy. So you may want to actually go back and listen to, well, not go back, but go and listen to the Aries September forecast, because there may be messages for you that you need. Possibly if you have a lot of other planetary placements in your natal chart in Aries or what have you, maybe it's important for you. But, it's not a small thing to have these two Venus energies next to each other. So I want to let you know about that. Okay, so what's this about for you? So it's interesting. There's a sense of you coming into a different experience, exploration, evolution into the finer things of life, which I find odd as a message to come through, because like I feel Taurus is already in that space, because you do literally represent material wealth, but it is like so earth grounded. And maybe on some level, there's not as much finesse as is available to you because of that earth energy. Whereas Libra is adding a little bit more of the ephemeral, a little bit of the, I don't want to say the soft feminine, because Taurus is also soft feminine, but there's a different kind of hardiness that's there. But it's just a different dance with that Libran energy, with the aesthetic, with the, just the experience of more. So that's coming through for you. And you're invited to allow yourself to experience that and to sit in that energy a little bit more. Especially now that we are coming into the fall and winter months, you're not having to be the bull anymore, or as much, right? Like you're not having to till the soil, plant a bunch of new seeds. Like this is a time of harvest. This is a time of rest and restoration, enjoying the fruits of your labor, having a little bit more fun, being more carefree. I think that's actually what the word is, in addition to what came in just now, is that carefree energy. Tauruses don't necessarily sit in that. So it might be a good idea for you to give yourself a little bit more of that to sit in this month. Okay. Let's see if there's any other messages. I just heard the phrase money on my mind. Okay. Maybe you feel like you should be getting your just due in terms of finances. Well, since money's coming through, let's actually shift into money. So you have Three of Swords and Seven of Wands. So Three of Swords. Okay, on the one side, of course, I can talk about stress around finances. So there may actually be some kind of loss right now that you're experiencing or recovering from. And if so, it's because there's a necessary course correction that has needed to occur. Now, this can also talking about being really smart with your money, because the Three of Swords is Saturn in Libra, and that's an exalted position for Saturn, and it talks about being a very good judge and clearly perceptive about what's going on, right? So you may be handling your finances in a much more mature way. So if you have been a little lax, especially as it relates to saving, investing, things like that, if it hasn't been as much of a priority, you might actually be making that a priority this month and shifting and adjusting your normal budget to accommodate that, because you want to build that up. That would be really good, you know, again, with having Libra as the grounding energy. Whatever you do have built up, though, in terms of savings, investments, rental properties, things like that, maintain what works. This wouldn't necessarily be the time to stretch just yet. Like if you're thinking of like shelling out more money for something, like just stay steady with what works. There's no need to be risky. Now, if you share finances with a partner, you may find this month that there's possibly more of a financial burden on them, because finances for you are not on the up and up. And maybe that's because you've just started a new job, or you are leaving one and going to start one at the end of the month. So they kind of have to take on more of the burden. But that's going to be obviously for, you know, a very specific group of folks that's relevant for. But they'll be able to do it. I mean, you guys will be fine. Let's see, anything else? If you still have financial ties to someone or something that's not really serving, this would be a great month to resolve that as best as you can and release that energy, or plug the holes, as I like to say, with those minor monthly charges that you just have going on, but you're not actually engaging with or making use of. Okay, let's get into relationships. For those of you who are single and are looking and or actually dating one or more people on the way to commitment, we have the Ace of Wands. So truly brand new beginning right now in relationships. I mean, especially with the Libra energy and Venus in Libra this month, relationships are definitely going to be, I think, on the forefront of everyone's mind. So, but this is, opportunity. So if you are looking for someone, want to see what's up, this is the time to start putting yourself out there, okay? I mean, it's good. And you seem to actually be in a very balanced place mentally and emotionally to step out. So if you have been worrying about or wondering, not necessarily worry, but if you've been wondering about if you are actually ready now to date, you are, okay? You're healed, heart is good, you're balanced. Put yourself out there. Since it's an Ace of Wands, it's not necessarily like, you're going to meet the love of your life. I mean, whoever knows, right? But it's more like it will get the ball rolling in that direction and also give you a chance to have more fun. And again, to sit in that carefree energy, Taurus. I don't know what it is about that, but like, and it's not a frivolous energy. It's just giving yourself outside of, your regular routines, just giving a little bit of extra. Okay, giving a little extra zhuzh. Right. Oh goodness. Okay, I'll leave that alone. For those of you who are in committed partnerships and are married, which is obviously a committed partnership, we have the Queen of Cups. So this is really beautiful because it's a sweet heart based energy. There's a lot of emotion here. So you guys might be a little extra lovey-dovey this month. Maybe there's some anniversaries happening this month or renewal of vows. Maybe you are deciding to go on vacation or just coming back from vacation, because obviously we start the month with Labor Day. Maybe because the kids are, in school and they're also in after school programs, there's a lot more time for you and your partner to spend together without as much interruption, right? Like whatever it is, but it feels really good. Now, there is an energy, though, here that's coming through about having to defend what you've built. Let me see what that's about, because hopefully that's not some drama. Because for those of you where there is some drama and there's like some communication breakdowns that are happening, especially this would be particularly for those of you who are married and things are kind of rocky. I'm getting the sense that there's another woman involved. Ooh. Okay, so if it's not another person, and the other person, this other feminine energy that's coming in doesn't have to be like a romantic interest. It could be like a mother, an overbearing mother, like an older sister or younger sister, an aunt, great aunt, grandmother, maybe even a boss, but this feels a little closer to home. That also is interfering energy if that's there. It doesn't have to be, other woman, right? I forgot where that was going. I think it was just to clarify what that was about. Let me see if I can cycle back to it, but I do want to get this other message out because that just came through. If this isn't about another person, and it's actually about an individual in the partnership, whether you or the other person, because it's not always the other person, right? You or your partner. If things are a little iffy or rocky, this seems to be a thing about a sense of independence and freedom. So if one or both of you are a little too clingy, because Queen of Cups can be clingy, it can be like, it can be codependent, it can be really mothering and suffocating as well in the negative aspect. So if that's there, there's somebody in the relating is a little bit more independent or emotionally detached naturally as a way of being, and so they're having difficulty with this energy. So if that's the case, like, allow for the space, okay? Like, you can't, if this is somebody that if this is your partner, Taurus, like, you can't suffocate the person. Because I'm hearing like they're not going to change. This is just how they are. And they've been that way. So it's not a new thing. So you can't exactly come in acting brand new about it. Okay, that felt like a read. That felt like a read. Yeah, some of y'all that are in committed partnerships, there is some messy energy there. Predominantly, though, it's feeling more like a dynamic between the two of you as opposed to an outside party, but there also could be outside party energy, like I said. But outside party energy could be all those examples I gave. I mean, it could also even be a coworker, like a younger person coworker. And again, feminine energy. This also might be a situation where you may already know and have had a conversation about things, or maybe it comes to light at, this month. And now that it's been brought to your partner's attention, they are aware of it and they make sure to keep appropriate boundaries with this person. In the work context, because now they've been alerted to, like, oh, this is not just this person being friendly, like they are actually crossing the line. And so this would be them engaging with holding appropriate boundaries for that potential energy. And if that's the case, if that change of behaviors happen, you need to trust the person, okay? Because if you smother Queen of Cups, then you just will create your own self-fulfilling prophecy, flat out. Although, in all honesty, I don't get the sense that if that person doesn't really have that propensity, they're not actually gonna like shift into becoming, what you expect them to be, because that's just not how they operate. If it's there, it was there before you came into the picture, so it would just be a revealing of that nature, not a drastic shift of discovery per se. I mean, but if it is for some of y'all, I mean, that might be a huge wake-up call. Damn, is this, oh goodness. All right, hold on. I was not expecting this this curveball. Listen, Taurus, if this is not you, please do not stress yourself about this. This is, don't take this on if this does not resonate. Yeah, for some of you, it looks like there's going to be a revelation that there were some lies and cheating, and that your dream of that happy home is going to get crushed. I feel like this came through. This did come through in the, oh, that's what that was. Damn it, Taurus. Okay, so in that Oracle talks I was telling you about, the 29th, there was this, the intention was to have it be a new moon and Virgo reading. Oh, wait, was it that one? I think it was the one before. You know what? Still the excuse me, why do I keep wanting to say October? Maybe October is going to have some significance for you, because that's still Libra, and then we shifted into Scorpio, which is your opposite sign. So then maybe something about that. But the August 29th one, still go and watch that Oracle Talks if you haven't already, because the Chest Queen definitely came out for that. The relationship stuff, was it the Mars Venus? It was either the 29th or the, I don't think it was the 29th one. I think it was the week before, the 22nd. But I think that was the one, it was two separate messages. The second half was divine masculine, divine feminine counterparts. But the first half was about Virgo season in particular. Yes, it was that one. So the first half of that video is the Virgo season in particular. And because it was Sun moving into Virgo around that time. And it was talking about how for some folks, there would be some revelations as it related specifically to relationships. And it was more the negative aspect that was coming through. So go watch that one too. So you have homework, those two, okay? For those that that resonates with, because for those that it resonates with, it's really not going to be coming out of the blue. Because on some level, this has either been a recurring issue, whatever the issue is, with whoever it is, whether it's family, friend, coworker, or whatever, right? This has been a recurring issue, and it looks like the divine is going to be blatantly revealing that to you this month, or forcing it to come out for the two of you to be addressed, and for you to decide if you're going to stay or go. And that's for you to decide, of course. No one can make that decision for you. And I can't obviously go into details with this kind of group reading, but if you are facing something like that, please reach out for a reading, and I can give you a sense of what's actually happening spiritually and in dynamics, if there does look like there's a chance for things to shift into grow into something healthier, or if spirit is really telling you like you need to bounce for whatever reason. But it's not a decision to come to lightly in obviously a marriage context, because that's definitely a much more involved commitment, especially if you guys have, you know, children and things like that. So, all right, Taurus. But I think that's still relevant even for those who are not necessarily married, but you're in committed partnerships, and that you kind of already know that vibe is there. Yeah. There's going to be some wake-up call, though, this month for that group of you that you already know that there's been issues. If you already know there hasn't been issues, you're fine. You're fine. But this is long-standing stuff that needs to get dealt with. So it's whatever happens, like the how it happens will be a surprise, but the fact that it's happening is not going to be a surprise, if that makes sense. Because it's always been like back here, right? So that's what I mean by like it's not new. It's not new at all. It's just the method in which it's going to either come to light or the discussion that you guys have, whatever that is. Oh, Lord have mercy. All right, release that energy. Because that just, oh, okay. I was wondering who that message was for. Jesus. Because when that came through in that reading, I was like, yikes. All right, moving on. I love you all, I really do. Okay. What I want to get into next. Let's get into work. So work, we have Princess of Cups and Six of Pentacles. So I like this energy. It feels almost like, I think regardless of the industry that you're in, whether you're like in sales or education and things like that, there is a sense of renewal that happens in the fall because things really do kind of chill summertime. It might also have been the end of a particular sales year for a corporation or what have you, whatever that is. There's a kind of rejuvenation that's occurring for this month coming in, and you just kind of feel refreshed. That might be because, again, you just came from vacation or something, but that's feeling good. So I like that vibe. Now, for those of you that you might have just started a job, the money may not be all that great right now because, like, literally, if you just started, like, you would obviously have to wait for a couple of weeks before you are getting like your full regular checks, depending on when the pay period ends, like that kind of thing. But overall, work energy is good. You know, whether you work for yourself or work for another, the energy is good there. There's definitely a sense that even if you've been having financial insecurity recently, that balances out this month, and you'll be able to handle your needs and some of your wants. But with that being said, don't go overboard, because Three of Swords, stay responsible with your money and allow the career aspects, the job prospects, those kinds of things, let those grow and develop. But the vibe is good. Awesome. Health and wellness. You may be feeling a little lackluster energetically, Taurus. It's not necessarily that anything is wrong, but this is a time to be very gentle with the body. So maybe more swimming or instead of like, you know, hardcore yoga like Ashtanga yoga, maybe doing more yin yoga, restorative yoga, right? More stretching, just things that are a little bit more softer, more ephemeral for the body. Stay on top of your hydration though. In a lot of places in the US, it's still pretty hot, and I expect it to continue through September, so stay on top of the hydration. Don't overeat this month either. Just in general, give your body a little bit of a break and just relax. You know, maybe do some massages and things like that, but take care of the body and just be gentle. There's nothing wrong, but just So, okay, they're bringing me back to the message that came in at the beginning. The vibe is shifting now because we're going into fall and winter. So again, you're not having to plow the fields, right? So start taking it easy. It doesn't mean don't handle the things that you need to handle. You know what those are, but there's no need right now to really overextend if you don't have to. But Venus is going to be walking with you pretty clearly this month. So spend time with the goddess, whatever or whoever that goddess is for you, or goddesses, whoever would represent mother energy. And this is restorative mother, so not like, not a fiery mother, not a warrior mother, right? So we don't want to go Kali with this. Think more Saraswati or Lakshmi or Freya, Hathor. Yeah, it's just a different vibe. Okay. I don't want to like get too, I was like tuning into that energy. It's just mother, you know, the mother energy that has like children and is cooking and all that kind of stuff. That mother. Okay. Let's go through the 4 weeks real quick just to see the vibe for each. And then we'll do a closing oracle card. And then we'll be done. If you'd like to book a reading with me, you can go to my website, innersonalchemy.com. Okay, so week 1, we got the Hanged Man. That's Neptune. And that also can be Pisces. We will have a full moon in Pisces, the middle of the month, so that might be important. We got the Star card week 2. Oh, wow. The Lovers card week 3. 3 major arcana already. So there is definitely something important this month going on. And then another major arcana, we end with the Devil. And the Devil and the Lovers, you know, are opposites of one another. This is interesting. Okay. So let's get some clarification on that Hangman. What's going on with y'all, Taurus? There's a lot happening. I mean, I wasn't really getting that vibe from the rest of the cards, but maybe because like there's so much messages in those last 2 oracle talks. There's like a quiet revelation. Oh, you know, it also might have to do with the fact that Uranus is retrograde in your sign, but we've been having a lot of trines with the personal planets to Uranus in Taurus. Okay, so it looks like in that first week, I have the 2 of Wands clarifying the Hanged Man. So there's a bit of a pause and a decision about where to go. And, you know, there is going to have to be a shift in perspective about what's actually going to be best. Let me see what this decision might be about. Okay, Ace of Wands. So it is about some opportunity. So it might be either around the love sector or some new entrepreneurial endeavor. Okay, so then let's see. So you're contemplating the decision in the first week. The second week, we do have the Star. I will go ahead and just take this. So we got the Fool, Page of Pentacles, 6 of Wands, Page of Wands. So it's again about this new beginning. So whatever this new potential option that comes in that makes you think about, you know, whether to do this or that, again, whether it's a romantic context or something potentially related to business, it feels like that's going to come later in the first week. And then you're going to have to really be cognizant about what it is that you want with the star card here and the decision that's actually going to put you on a new path, as opposed to making the same decisions that you always have. So yeah, you would definitely want to choose something new and different for your life. And it looks like, since the Lovers then is coming up in that third week, that's a Gemini card that is actually about making a decision. But let's see what the clarification on that week is. So you might actually have those whole first 2 weeks to think about it. And then once you get to the full moon, you have to make a decision. So we got 6 of Pentacles. So if it's this, yeah, if it's, whether it's love or work related or business, entrepreneurial related, it looks like whatever the decision is that you make, it is beneficial. But I'm also getting the vibe that there's, how do I say this? Negotiating happening. Yeah. Negotiating about who gets what or how each of you show up, whatever that's about. Okay, and last week with the Devil card. Now, the Devil card would also talk about like the sealing of a contract. So yeah, if those negotiations are happening in week 3, then the Devil, being Capricorn, Saturn, would be that contract being agreed upon by both parties. And so that's what you're bound to. Because the Devil is karma, but karma isn't necessarily good or bad. It's just contracts, what you're agreeing to, right? So let's see clarification on this. We got the Moon, Queen of Wands, and then we got the Sun. Okay, so I'm actually getting the vibe that this whatever this agreement or contract is, again, whether it's with a person or a company or whatever the situation is, it's balanced and mutually beneficial with the Sun and the Moon coming up, because those are the 2 luminaries, and it is creative and expansion with the Queen of Wands. So I like that. Okay. For those of you, though, who are having potentially the drama in the committed partnerships, that final week of the Devil is when things come to light, and it looks like there would be, again, this feminine energy. Whoever this is, again, family member, mother, grandmother, aunt, whatever, coworker, an actual other woman energy, that's going to be coming to light. That is going to be coming to light. And it looks like maybe that week before you guys are like trying to figure things out with the Lovers card, but you're not going to make it. The lie isn't going to make it. I'll put it that way. It's going to have to be dealt with. Okay. We're going to end with a card from the Enchanted Map by Colette Van Reed. So closing guidance message for the sign of Taurus, please. Yeah, for September 2019. I thought I heard something just flip. I did. Okay. So we got this card, Come Together. All right, let's see what this is about. This is card number 8. Love needs to be shared. Oh, okay. Oh, my Taurians, I'm so sorry. Whatever is going on for those of you who are having relationship drama, listen. Okay, so this says love needs to be expressed. Drawing the Come Together card is a sign that you're on the path to discover the nature of this emotion in all its forms of expression: romantic, familial, unconditional, spiritual. In each instance, there is another being involved. Love involves a give and take between you and a significant other, a relative, a friend, an animal, and or spirit. This card assures you that love has come calling seeks a partner in its dance. Know that you are cherished. Like a magnet, you're attracting love into your life. This is a time for harmonious, caring partnerships. And so if anything is not harmonious and caring, Venus, your ruler, is not going to stand for it. And she shouldn't. I mean, point blank, period. All right, y'all, I love you. Like I said, go check out those the last two Oracle talks for the month of October. And book a reading with me, especially if this relationship stuff was resonating. Please book a reading and let's see what's going on, and let me support you as you get the guidance from spirit that you need to move forward. Okay, love you so much, and talk to you soon. Bye.